was the first chairman of China? Mao Zedong. Who was the first president of China in 1912? Sun Yat-sen. Who was the first president of USA? George Washington. Who was the first person to reach South Pole? Roald Amundsen. Who was the first person to reach North Pole? Robert Peary. Who was the first person in space? Yuri Gagarin. Who is the first person who stepped on the moon? Neil Armstrong. What's the name of the lady who climbed the Mount Everest first? Junko Tabi. The first atom bomb was dropped at Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Who was the first person to walk in space? Alexei Leonov. Who was the first woman cosmonaut in space? Valentina Tereshkova. Who was the first British Governor General of Bengal? Warren Hastings. Who crossed the English Channel by swimming around the world? Matthew Webb. Who got the first Roman Magsaysay Award in the world? Acharya Vinoba Bhave. Who got the first Nobel Prize in India? Rabindranath Tagore. What was the name of first chairman in International Court in India? Who was the first foreigner to get Bharat Ratna in world? Khan Abdul Ghaffar Khan. Who was the first recipient of Bharat Ratna Award in India? C. Raja Gopalachari. Who won the first Gyanpith Award? G. Sankara Kurup. Who was the first Indian to make a speech in Hindi before the UN General Assembly? Atal Bihari Vajpayee. Who was the first black player selected to the United States Davis Cup team and the only black man ever to win the singles title at Wimbledon? Arthur Ashe. Who was the first man to compile encyclopedia? Asphyxis. Who got the first Grammy Award in India? Ravi Shankar. Who was the first Indian to win the World Billiards Award? Wilson Jones. Who was the first Indian to become a member of British Parliament? Dodabhai Nauroji. Name the scientist who got the first Ghanshyam Das Birla Award. S.S. Datta. Name the first literate to be awarded with Murti Dev Purishkar in world. Who was the first Indian member of the Viceroy's Executive Council in 1909 in the world? Satyendra Prasona Sena. Name the first bowler who made hat-trick in Test cricket. Fred Spofford. Who was the first Indian member of American Congress? Dilip Singh Soda. Who was the first Indian to win the gold medal in Olympic Games individually? Abhinav Bindra. Which country was the first to launch Cyclist? Denmark. Which country hosted the first modern Olympic Games? Greece. Which country made education compulsory first? Prussia. Which country was the first to extend legal rights to apes? Spain. Which country was the first to print book in the world? China. Who was the first person to fly airplane in the world? Wright brothers. Who was the first woman president of the UN General Assembly? Vijaya Lakshmi Pandit. Which country was the first to send human to the moon? USA. Who was the first person to sail around the world? Ferdinand Magellan. Thanks for watching.